When the Democrats threatened to shut down the government, or actually did for 3 days over the weekend, they revealed how much they were in hock and in the tank for the aggressive militant Latino groups. Those groups had been urging the Democrats, picketing them, demanding that they use their weapon of shutting down the government to try to get amnesty for the Dreamers, the people who arrived here as immigrants illegally with their parents. Americans sympathize with the Dreamers and would like there to be some accommodation to them, but not at the price of shutting down the government, not paying the military, and compromising our economic stability. But Schumer, the minority leader, was willing to do all that because of the demands of the Latino community. Now, for once, the puppet string showed, and you could see that these militant groups were running the Democratic Party. Now the Democrats, who have over 20 members up for re-election in the Senate in the coming elections, have sounded retreat and have said they're no longer going to link keeping the government open with amnesty for the Dreamers. This gives us a real opportunity for fundamental immigration reform. If we should not give the Dreamers citizenship, maybe a 10-year path to citizenship, but certainly not immediate. But we should let them stay in the country, we should let them work, and we should give them renewable permits to stay in the country, probably 3-year permits. But once we grant that form of limited amnesty, saying they can stay here, the odds are that history will repeat itself, and that there'll be massive migration from Central America to the United States. When Obama first issued the order letting Dreamers stay here temporarily, there were 400,000 people, children mainly, from Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras who thronged to our border and tried to get in. They ultimately did, and most of them are in the U.S., and they're going to become citizens shortly. We have to stop that from happening again. And the way to do that is to couple the legislation with important safeguards. Number one, build the wall, the border wall. Number two, have employer verification. So when someone walks in for a job, an employer can type in and see if they're here legally, and have major fines for hiring them if they're not. Increasing penalties for crimes committed here by returning illegal immigrants thrown out of the country and they come back. By increasing the penalties for sanctuary cities so that we can expel people who commit violent crimes once they've served their sentence. Ending chain migration, where the one illegal immigrant given the right to stay here can then bring his entire family over. And end the visa lottery program that let in people like that terrorist who killed people in New York City a couple of weeks ago. These are crucial measures, and now that the Democrats have abandoned the reckless strategy of shutting down the government to get their way, we have a chance to pass it.